exercise 12.2 from question number 4. I am leaving some question here because they are not a part of your syllabus. As you know that in the Heron's formula, the area of quadrilateral by the Heron's formula, this particular topic has been deleted from your syllabus. So we shall solve only those questions which involves the application of the Heron's formula. In the exercise 1, we have covered the question wherever the actual questions of Heron's formula we have done, where we found the area of triangles with the help of Heron's formula. Okay, now in the second exercise, we shall see some of the applications of Heron's formula and some areas of special kind of quadrilaterals. But we shall leave those questions where directly we are finding the area of quadrilateral by the Heron's formula. Area of quadrilateral or area of special kind of quadrilateral, we shall find it, but without help of Heron's formula. Okay, so wherever the area of quadrilateral required with the help of Heron's formula, such kind of questions will be deleted from your syllabus. So we are leaving the question number 1, 2 and question number 9. Total 9 questions are there in 12.2. So 1, 2 and 9 we are leaving it. That will not be a part of your syllabus according to the reduced syllabus. Okay. Question number 3 I am also leaving right now, but I will cover at last if possible, because that question also I need to see whether the area of quadrilateral we are finding with the help of Heron's formula or not. If we are not finding in that area of quadrilateral by the Heron's formula, that question also we shall cover. Okay, otherwise question number 4 to question number 8, that question I have seen, that definitely we shall cover up. Okay, and after this we shall see solved example also. So in the solved example also we shall continue the same pattern. Now look at the question number 4. In the fourth question we have given that a triangle and a parallelogram have the same base and the same area. Means we have one triangle and a one parallelogram. Both the triangle bases are same and their area will be also same. So suppose if I show you with the help of figure, suppose if we draw first one parallelogram. Okay, this is my parallelogram, and second if I draw one triangle. Okay, so now in this parallelogram, suppose if I give the name of parallelogram as ABCD and a triangle name if I give here as PQR. So here we can say that QR and CD are the base of both figures. So that base is given same. So we can say that this CD is equal to B centimeter and QR is also equal to B centimeter. Suppose base BI denote over there. So the bases are given same for both the figures. Now they are saying if the sides of the triangle are 26, 28 and 30 centimeter. Okay. So base I have suppose B here, that we shall remove it because the triangle all the sides we have given, and parallelogram stand on the base 28 centimeter, means parallelogram base is given here as 28 centimeter. Okay, find the height of the parallelogram. Here I have not marked the sides of the triangles, so this will be definitely 26 centimeter, this will be 30, and since bases are same, so 28 I will take it at the base because both the bases will be same. Now we need to find out the height of the parallelogram. So suppose if I draw the perpendicular from the vertex A to the base CD, okay, so this will be called as the perpendicular, and the name we can give as, this perpendicular name can be given as AM. Okay, so this called as the height of the parallelogram. This height we need to find out in the question. Now let us see how we can solve this question. First of all, we shall solve this question into some parts. First part is we need to calculate the area of triangle PQR. So first we'll mention here in triangle PQR, in triangle PQR, A is equal to 26 centimeter, B is equal to 28 centimeter, and C is equal to 30 centimeter. So we have given that these three values. Now let us find out the value of semi-perimeter. Okay, so S will be equal to A plus B plus C upon 2. Let us put up the value over here. So it will be 26 plus 28 plus 30 whole divided by 2. Okay, S will be equal to. Now let us add all of them. These 26 and 28. 6 plus 8 14. 4 carry 1. Then 3 plus 2 5. 5 plus 3 8. So I think addition is coming here. 84 divided by 2. So this will be 42 centimeter. Okay. So here we can say that the semi perimeter is 42 centimeter. Now we shall find out the area of triangle PQR. So here we'll write down area of triangle PQR is equal to under root of formula, you know it. We shall apply the formula of Heron's formula here. So S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Okay, now further if we apply this rule, so we shall put up the values of all the sides. So here we can say that it can be first value of S is here 42 into bracket 42 minus value of A is here 26, similarly into 42 minus 28, value of B will be here 28, and similarly the value of C will be here 30. So 42 minus 30. Okay, now let us simplify this one. So it can be written as 42 into 42 minus 26. Now 42 minus 26, how much it will remain? I think 16 will be there. Similarly 42 minus 28, that will be 14. Okay, and 42 minus 30, that will be here I think 12. So now we shall make a pair. So here 42, you see I can write down 7 into 6. So 42 I am writing here 7 into 6. 16 I am writing as 4 into 4. 14 we do not have any option, we'll write down 7 into 2, and 12 I will write down here 6 into 2. Now see, I think the pairs are formed. So let us see whether our pairs are formed or not. Okay, let me draw this one once. Okay, so now see, one pair of 7 is complete, right? So I will write down 7 outside. Similarly, one pair of 6 is complete. So 6 I will write down outside. One pair of 4 is complete. So that also I will write down outside. And one more pair of 2 is complete. So that also I will write down outside. So now finally, what do we get here? 7 into 6, 42. 42 into 2, 84. 84 and 4 we need to multiply, I suppose. So 84 into 4, that is remaining. So we can say that therefore area of triangle PQR is equal to 4 4s are 16, carry 1, and 8 4s are 32 plus 1 30. So this will be 336 centimeter square. This is our equation number 1. Okay. Now we shall talk about the area of parallelogram. So here we shall write down, we know that area of parallelogram, area of parallelogram is equal to base into height. This is a formula. See, who will be the base here and who will be the height? Height means that side which is perpendicular in the parallelogram, and that side is perpendicular on which side? It is called as the base. For example, look at the figure. Here AM is perpendicular. So AM is perpendicular on CD. CD will be our base. So in the case of area of parallelogram ABCD, we shall take the base as CD and height as AM. So that we shall mention now. Okay. So it can be written as area of parallelogram, area of parallelogram ABCD is equal to the base I am taking here CD and height AM. Okay, further I can write down area of parallelogram ABCD, area of parallelogram ABCD is equal to CD is given as 28 and AM, that is height, we suppose as H. Equation number second. Now we shall write down according to the question. Now in the question what we have given? See, in the question we have given that the area of both the figures are same. Okay, once you can check, the area of both the figures are given same here. A triangle and a parallelogram have the same base and same area. See, it is written over there, the areas are same, right? So here we can say that according to the question, the area of triangle, area of triangle ABC is equal to area of parallelogram PQRS. Sorry, area of triangle PQRS. I mistakenly I written ABC. Area of triangle PQR is equal to area of parallelogram ABCD. Okay. Now, area of triangle PQR. What did we get on that time? We got the area of triangle PQR as 336 centimeters square, and area of parallelogram ABCD what we have 28 into H. Okay. See the equation number 1. In the first equation we got area of triangle PQR as 336, and now area of parallelogram ABCD as 28 into H. 28 is in multiplication, it will come in the place of denominator. So 336 upon 28. Now let us simplify. 7 4s are 28. We are cancelling by 7, and remaining is 5. 7 8s are 56, and this will be 7 4s are 28. 4 1s are 4. 4 1s are 4, and 4 2s are 8. So we can say that finally we got the height of parallelogram. So we can say therefore height of parallelogram, height of parallelogram ABCD is 12 centimeter. That is your answer. Okay, let us see the next question now. Question number 5. In the question number 5, see what we have given here. A rhombus shaped field has green grass for 18 cows to graze. If each side of the rhombus is 30 meter and its longer diagonal is 18 meter, how much area of the grass field will each cow be getting? See, basically, suppose if I want to distribute something into 10 students, so I will see how many things they are actually given to me. Okay, for example, suppose 20 pencils are there and I want to distribute in 5 students. So 20 I will divide by 5. So each student will be getting 4 pencils over there. So same way here, whatever the area will be there in the rhombus shaped, that total area we shall calculate. What is the total value we have? And that total area we shall divide by 18 because the number of cows are 18. So for each cow, how much area is available, that we will come to know. So here basically this area we can find out with the help of Heron's formula also, and this area we can calculate direct also. But as I told you in the beginning of the chapter session today, that area of quadrilateral, remember rhombus is also quadrilateral. So wherever the area of quadrilateral we are calculating, that area of quadrilateral we can't calculate with the help of Heron's formula, because according to the reduced syllabus that we cannot take it. Okay, so here we shall try to calculate the area of rhombus by another method. Okay, so some formulas I am giving you which are the regular formulas to calculate the area of rhombus, and we shall calculate the area of rhombus and then we can find out the required solution. So first in the solution I am writing some of the formulas. See, the first formula is side of rhombus, side of rhombus is equal to 1 upon 2 under root of d1 square plus d2 square. And second formula is area of rhombus is equal to 1 upon 2 into d1 into d2. Here what is d1 and d2? d1 and d2 are diagonal of rhombus. Diagonal, you know it, when two opposite vertices we join, the line form is called as the diagonal. Diagonal of rhombus. Okay, in the first formula also d1 d2, and second formula also the d1 d2 are the diagonal of the rhombus. Now see, with the help of this how easily we can find out the answer. So here first of all let us see what we have given to us. So we have given that side of rhombus, side of rhombus is equal to, given to us 30 meter. Okay, and a longer diagonal means one diagonal is given to us 48 meters. So we can suppose d1 is equal to 48 meter. The formula I have written above, that doesn't shows d1 is bigger and d2 is smaller. Anyone you can take as d1 and d2. So d1 I am taking 48 meter, and d2 it is unknown for us. So by using the first formula I will come to know the value of d2, then value of d1 and d2 I will put in the second formula to calculate the area of rhombus. Okay, so here first we shall apply the formula. Since side of rhombus is equal to 1 upon 2 under root of d1 square plus d2 square. So what is the value of side is given here? 30. That we shall put here 30 is equal to 1 upon 2 under root of d1, that is 48. Okay, and d2 I am keeping as it is. Now 2 I have transferred onto 30, it becomes 60 is equal to, and square of 48 is I think 2304 plus d2 square will be as it is. Okay, let us simplify on both the sides. So to simplify both the sides, first of all we need to remove the square root symbol. So for that we shall do the squaring on both the sides. Square on both sides, that will do it. So here it will be square of 60 and here the square will be removed. 2304 plus d2 square. Okay. Now square of 60 will be here 3600. So we can say that, which implies that 3600 minus 2304 also we can bring it here is equal to d2 square, or we can say that the square of d2 is equal to, let us simplify, 10 minus 4 that will be 6, carry 1, 10 minus 1 that is 9, okay, and 6 minus 4 that will be I think 2, and 3 minus 2 that is, so I think it will come 1296. Now 1296 will be a square of which number, that we shall find out. So square of d2 will be equal to, if we calculate, square of 30 is 900 and square of 40 is 1600. So definitely it will be a square of some number between 30 and 30, 30 and 40. So once we'll check the subtraction, it is right. 3600 minus 2304, because square of 34 is 1156. So once we can check, 10 minus 4 it is 6, 10 minus 1 it is 9, then 10 minus 4, 6 minus 4 it is 2, and 3 minus 2 it is 1. So subtraction is right, 1296. Square of 48 is also 34, 34 or something different. Let me see once, did we do any calculation mistake or not? So that we need to be sure about it. I think 36 square, if we try 1296 it is there. Let me see. So 36 and 36 if we multiply, that is 36, this is 9, then 18 plus 18 36, so 6, 6 plus 3 9, okay, 1296 it is. Okay, fine, so it will be a square of 36. Okay, 1296. So here we can say that 1296 is a square of 36, right? Now square and square if I cancel, so we can say that value of d2 is equal to plus minus of 36. Basically if you remove the square and square symbol, then possibility of plus and minus comes. Okay, which implies that we'll say that the value of d2 is equal to plus 36, because since the side can't be negative, that we shall ignore. If we take the negative value, then side could not be negative. Okay, so minus sign I am leaving it. Now the value of d2 we got as 36. Now we shall find out the area of rhombus. So we shall write down further. Now area of rhombus shaped field, rhombus shaped field will be equal to 1 upon 2 into d1 into d2. Okay, so it will be 1 upon 2 in value of d1. Value of d1 I think it was 48, and value of d2 is 36, right? I think value of d1 we have kept as 48 over there, that is given to us. Okay, you can check, d1 is given as 48 and side is given as 30 meter, right? So now further, if I simplify with 2, if I cancel, 2 ones are 2 and this 18 times we can cancel. So 18 8s are 144, 4 carry 14, and 18 4s are 72 plus 4, so that will be 964 meter square. That will be total area, if I am not wrong, right? 18 8s are 144, 4 and remaining is 14, 18 4s are 72, 72 plus 4, sorry, this is 864, 72 plus 14, that will be 864. So I think it is coming 864 meter square. This will be, we can say that the total area of field. Okay, this will be the total area of field. So we can say that how much area is available for one cow. So that will say that therefore the area required for one cow is equal to total area we need to divide by the number of cows, whatever the cows are given to us. So number of cows that we shall mention here. So total area is 864 divided by 18. Now we need to divide it. Okay, so let us simplify. Finally, if I cancel by 2, so 2 9s are 18, and this if I cancel by 2, 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6, and 2 2s are 4. Can we cancel it by 9? Because number of area required, that should not come in decimal. So 9 4s are 36. Remaining is 4 plus 3, 9 8s are 72. So we can say that is 48 meter square. That much area is available for one cow. So we can say that therefore area available for one cow is 48 meter square. This will be your answer. Okay. Now let us see the next and last question of today's question number 6. So here in this question we have given that an umbrella is made by stitching 10 triangular pieces. You are seeing one umbrella in the question. There is a figure is given to us, and they are seeing over there each piece measuring 20 centimeter, 50 centimeter, and again 50 centimeter. How much cloth of each color is required for the umbrella? See, you are looking the pieces over there. We are looking the 2 2 3 3 pieces of each and every color we are looking over there. But if you see the whole umbrella, there will be total 10 pieces. So 5 pieces of one color and 5 pieces will be of another color. So as we compare, total number of pieces will be here 10. Okay, now they're asking how much area is required for one color. For each color they are asking. So for one color, if I want to find out, observe the each and every color is divided into 5 equal pieces. So we shall find out the area of one piece and we shall multiply by 5 to get the area of one color. Same area can be considered for the another color also. Okay, so let us see. Here we shall write down first of all, for one piece. For one piece, we can say that the one piece is in the shape of triangle. So value of A is given here 20 centimeter, B is given here as 50 centimeter, and C is given here as again 50 centimeter. Okay, let us proceed to find out first the value of semi-perimeter. A plus B plus C divided by 2. So put up the value here, 20 plus 50 plus 50 whole divided by 2. So it will be 100 plus 120, and 120 divided by 2, that will be 60. So value of S is coming here 60 centimeter. Let us find out the area of one piece. So we can say that therefore area of one piece is equal to, we shall write down the formula first, S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Okay, now here we shall keep the values. So value of S we have here 60. So that we shall keep it. So this will be 60 into the bracket, again 60 minus 20, again 60 minus 50, and again 60 minus 50 again, because two sides are same. Now further 60 will be as it is. 60 minus 20 will be equal to 40, and the last two values will be 10 into 10. Now see, 60 and 40 I will write down in this manner to form the pair. This I am writing as 6 into 4 into 10 into 10, and again two more 10s that I am writing as it is. From 60 one 10 I have taken, and from 40 also one 10 I have taken. So the two 10s are forming the pair over here, and both the 10 will go, and here it will remain 100 under root of. Now who remain inside? 6 and 4. 6 I can write down 3 into 2, and 4 I can write down as 2 into 2. But pair only one is formed here, that is 2. So one pair of 2 will go out and it will multiply with 100. So it will be 200 under root of 6 centimeter square. That is the area of one piece. Now see, for one color how many pieces are there? We can say that since for one color number of pieces are 5, so therefore we can say that area required for each color, because if one color have the 5 pieces, another color will also have the 5 pieces. So we shall multiply 5 in the area of one piece. This is our area of one piece. We can write down here also area of one piece. Okay, so that will be 5 into 200 under root of 6 centimeters square. So here it can become is equal to, we can say that this will be 1000 under root of 6 centimeter square. This is your answer. Now if you want to more simplify, root of 6 you can keep it for one place of decimal and you can multiply by 1000. So you will get the required answer. Otherwise you can keep it here also. Okay, so this will be the area of one color, and similarly for the another color also the same area could be obtained. So this complete the question number 6. Okay, 7 and 8 we shall do in the next session. 7, 8 and question number 3rd, if it is possible, then these 3 questions we shall finish in the next session. Okay, thank you.